What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Aristotle. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We back with another Stock Sundays. All right. How y'all doing? Everybody do me a favor. Comment where you from. Comment where you from. All right. So last week was crazy. Excuse me. I think the mic had dust on it. But anyways, everybody commenting where they from. All right. So y'all already know what time it is. We gonna pretty much. I got a good trade that I like. I see that the market dropped a little bit, but that may be good buying opportunities. Like I said, folks. So we got Pennsylvania, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Atlanta. Yeah, we lost today. Yeah, we did. We lost. Harlem. Yeah, Friday was crazy. Bloody Friday. But we gonna figure it out. We gonna see what we got, folks. All right. All right, so here's what we got. We got let's see what we got for next week. We got wholesale inventory, small business, got consumer price index on Wednesday, so that should pretty much determine some things. Wednesday, we got CPI, consumer price index. And then with Thursday, we have nothing really. So basically Wednesday, we got data coming out. So let's get into the chart. Basically, last week, we know that we had a nice rejection. So let's take these MAs off real quick. So we had a nice rejection on SPY. Double top here. Double top looking. Were we expecting that? I mean, to be honest, I wasn't. Market been so strong that I was like, man, like this thing might blow the top off, because it's just been so strong all year. So it's like, why would you bet against the trend when pretty much you lost so much money if you tried to short this market? The dip got bought here. This is how I was planning on averaging into the dip. But yes, the dip got bought. We had a, not that big of a retracement. Let's look. Last week we had all the falls happened last week. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, last week. So from the highs we lost 5% of the market. Cool. We lost 5%. And at one point in time we lost 10% on the last drop. So the last drop we lost 10%. This one we lost about 4%. So we didn't really lose that much, but it's important. Let's bring up some MAs real quick. We got the 50 MA. We're trailing below the 50, and we're heading right to the 100. So history repeats itself. Let's see. We didn't quite touch it this time, but then we bounced. This was in April. Last time we dropped near the 100 MA, which is this white line. Now we're back here at the 100 on SPY. QQQ, same thing, fell below the 100 MA, heading towards the 200 MA. So there we go. We usually bounce here from the 200. Now we're heading back here on QQQ. So those are the top two ones that I like. Let's go check out Bitcoin real quick. BTC, and let's do crypto. All right, Bitstamp, and there we go, folks. Even crypto is falling back in the pretty much 54K ish, where it was. The lowest it went recently was 49K, 50K. Then it popped Now it's just rejecting. So if we go to the 1 week chart, we can go check out the VIX as well too, VXX. 1 week chart, we got 3 rejections here, and we're right near the 50 MA on the 1 week on Bitcoin. If we can, honestly, if Bitcoin can drop one more time to the 40Ks ish, that would be dope. 45K, 50K ish, great entry spot. Let's go look at VSX real quick, which is anti-market. Oh, I gotta do VSX, but then we gotta do stocks. Stop playing. All right, here we go. We are still kind of down here on the VIX. Let's do 1 day chart. This can't be the one that I watch. Maybe it is. Looks like this thing wants to come up a little bit. Hey, we could. Who knows? That's something important to watch too. Very low on the VIX. Could it be time that we get a substantial correction? If we zoom out real quick, let's see how far up we are. We are kind of up far. We are up far. Have we been running far enough compared to all the other times? So you see, this is the last time we ran up. It kind of looks the same. So let's look at history real quick. Get us a measuring stick. This was another drop that we once had. This was COVID drop. This was 2018. It all kind of looks similar. We will run for about, this one from 2018 to 2020, we'll run for about 2 years, take a nice drop, run for about 2 years. This was COVID, 2020, ran up to 2022, drop, and then here we go here. This was the last drop, which was 2022. It is now 2024. So we see a pattern. We run for about 2 years, drop, run for about 2 years, drop, run for about 2 years, and then drop, right? Now, it kind of makes sense as we see the market is cycling every 2.5 years, as we can see. So, yeah, I got that on my radar. Based on history, so I like to see certain patterns, and that is a pattern that I like. I will say I only like one trade that I would possibly enter for next week, and that would be Google, which we're using right now. Google on the weekly chart, and we can delete all drawings. We can restart this drawing real quick. So let's look at Google real quick. We go to the daily chart, reset chart view. So this will be my top pick, and then the rest, you got to join the Discord to tap in, folks. But let's talk about Google, why I like Google. I like Google because if we do this trend line here from about right here, and we go all the way up, we can see a nice pattern there. We got 1, 2, 3 touches of support. So I do like that on Google. So let's see if we can draw some arrows real quick. Where are my arrows at? Here we go. All right, so we got 1. Get that one more time. Can we draw it one more time? 2. Nope, I gotta get it again. All right, arrow, 2, and then 1 more arrow, 3. Now I already know what the computer geeks are gonna say. Aristotle, all you had to do was blah blah blah. Listen, I'm not the guy who keeps up with stuff every time it changes, all the time. But yes, here we go. 1, 2, 3 touches of support. And then we got some slight bullish divergence there on the RSI and MACD right here. So we got some slight bullish divergence plus a third touch of support. I'm liking Google so far. Let me see what else I like. That's pretty much my favorite for next week. The rest you guys already know. Tap into my Discord if you guys really want to learn. Then we're going to answer some questions after we do a quick ad break. But yes, tap into my Discord if you're new and feel like learning and taking stock serious and want to take the long journey. Comment the word trial. Go to the read first. Follow the 6 steps. Then go to my free courses. All right. Go to my free courses. That's all you have to do. Read first. Free courses. It's only $35. Tap in, and you guys will be ready to trade and start your journey to financial freedom. We got some good dips to buy. I wouldn't recommend being scared yet. It's really no time to panic. I will be calling some plays. Like last week, I got back into day trading. I hit 2 for 2. It was pretty dope. We did this QQQ put. That was dope. So yes, I got in some puts here, some starter QQQ puts. And then I got in QQQ twice. Where was that? It was in the watch list. I even told them the level was going to reject. So we got a 60% trade and we got a 40% trade on all puts. See that? I was like eyeing QQQ reject. I'll even show you guys why I got in this real quick if you guys want to see why I was able to call this play. Let's do some trade recaps real quick. All right, so let's check this out. I said eyes on QQQ 464.6 reject for puts. All right, so let's talk about why I got in this and how I was able to make some money from it. So you guys can do some learning real quick. Why not? All right, so let's go to the 4-hour chart. All right. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. And if you're on YouTube, don't comment trial. Click the link in the description. And if you're on IG live, comment the word trial. So let's talk about why I got in this one. Let's delete all drawings real quick. And then we can also even do replay. And I'll show you guys exactly why I called this. So this was on 9/4. So September 4th, I called QQQ 464 reject. So we're going to start over from 9/4 and see why I called this. So let's go to our replay real quick. I'm going to show you guys how to replay too and then back test. So I'm going to go to replay and then we're going to type in, we're going to replay this day. All right, boom. So we're going to replay it. Now we go to the 4-hour chart. Now it's pretending like that day didn't happen. We're going to go to the 1-hour chart first. And then I'm going to bring up my 21 EMA. All right. So I really wanted this 21 EMA reject plus this confluence area right here. So right here, I have a area of rejection right there on the 1-hour chart. Yeah, we're on the 1-hour chart. All right. So before the market started, I already kind of charted this. So I'm going to draw my rectangle here. All right. Boom. So I'm going to draw my rectangle. So this is my area of confluence that I want to reject from. I got a previous resistance. We broke below support. And now this is my resistance. Then I got the 21 EMA on the 1-hour chart. And then I think the 8 EMA on the 4-hour. So let's see. 4-hour chart. Let's bring up this 8 EMA. So you see that? I got that too. that 8 EMA on the 4 hour. So I told everybody, hey, if we get back up here, I'm taking puts pretty much. So let's go in and then let's play it. So now I got my area of confluence. This is my area that I wanted. I wanted the 464.6. So let's bring it down to about right there. Here's where I wanted my reject area. And then but I told them starters when we got real close. See that? I said starters and QQQ 462 puts. All right. So that's when I told them once we got there. So let's play it. Let's try to play it real quick on a 5-minute chart. So I'm waiting on it to get up there. See this? We're doing a replay. I'm waiting on it to get up to my spot. I'm being patient. I'm like, you know what? Can it get there? Can it get there? All right. And I'll show you when I started to add in. All right, boom. Here's where I start to add in. Once it got right there, that's when I started to add in right there. I added my puts here, and then it dropped. And then we got out right here. This is where we got out. So I got in puts, got out here. So this is where I got out once it got here. But I had already told them, and you can look and see for yourself. I told them at 10:09, I'm eyeing the reject here at 10:09, correct? So at 10:09, you can look for yourself. I don't know why this thing is saying that. But yeah, I told them at 10:09, and then around 11 a.m. is when I told them to get in, that we're getting in. So basically, this is where I told them to get in puts at. Or was this the day before yesterday? Nah, that was today. That was the day. That's the 4th. This is where we got in. I'm gonna need this time frame to do right. Oh, let me fix the time. Cause it's not showing the real times. How do you go and change it to New York time? I forgot how to do that. But yeah, this isn't correct. The times. It's not on New York time for some reason. But yeah, this is where we got in here. Where do you actually place the trade? So I actually placed the trade in you gotta place it in a broker. So this is called a reject play. And then I did it again the next day. So the next day I caught this same level. If you go look, if we go see the next day, you'll see that I caught this same level the exact next day, but that's why I put it in high risk. So let's go to the next day. You know what? Let's just do it. Forget it. You're going to see the next day. So it's going to show you the next day. We're just going to let it play out. The next day we caught this exact reject for put. So we caught it twice. This one was for 60%. The next day was for 40%. Trying to figure out why this thing is. Is there like a time symbol? Click what?
Click the clock in the bottom of the chart.
Right here? I don't get it. But just know that's where we got in. All right, so here's the next day. The next day we caught the same thing. You're going to see. Let me see if I could. Where? I don't see it. I see it, but I don't see it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. They know what I'm talking about. So anyways, let me show you guys the next day real quick. Somebody said, look at bottom right. click underneath buy, bro. This right here. Oh yeah, here we go. You just gotta click the times. So let's do New York. All right. So as you can see, now it's showing the correct times. So right here, now we can kind of, now you guys can see what I'm talking about. So right here at 10:09, this is where I said I'm eyeing the puts. And then right here, it wasn't there yet, but I told them like before, I'm waiting on it. And then you're going to see at 11:05, wherever I called this at 11:08. So this 5-minute candle is where I called it at the top here. As you can see, this 5-minute candle. And then once it got about right here is where we got in to the top. Now let's see what we got for this one. I also took the reject again once extended hours happened. Let's speed this up. I don't know why it's playing the whole day. All right, we're gonna speed it up real quick. And this is just after hours. And then once it plays the next day, you guys will see that we caught the reject one more time. All right, it should be coming now to 9:30. All right, there we go. Here's where we caught it again. Boom. We caught it again. But I should have held, but you see, we caught this reject twice. I caught it, and I called it both times. I called puts here, and then the next day, as you can see, I called it again here. At 10, I said starters back in. I even said back in QQQ puts at 10 a.m., 10:08. So right here, it's the same reason. I wanted a double rejection of these puts. So we caught 60% here, 40% here. So this is day trading. I know how to do both. And you can see about right here, it was really right here where we got in, 10:08. Got in right here, and then it kept going down. But that's why I got in, folks. Once again, I got in these puts because of the 4-hour and 1 hour confluence here. You can see you see that? You see how we broke support here? And then now this support, I took it off the 21 EMA, and then I knew that we were going to reject again here, and then I caught it again. But yeah, that's why I got in both times. You guys can ask me questions though. And this is Trading View. Are these signals? No, these are called candlesticks. If you don't understand any of this and want to learn fast, for anybody, that means if you want to learn day trading, if you want to learn swing trading, you need to take what is called our mentorship. So you need to go to Honey Drip Network, and for the ones, so you go here and you can sign up for our mentorship, and we'll teach you everything. We teach you day trading. When is that? That's day 4. So it's an 8-day class live. In day 4, if you comment the word mentor, I'll teach you everything I know. So, or for the ones who want to quickly learn for cheap, for the ones like, if you want to be taught everything I know, you know, of course, the mentorship. If you just want to come in and learn, you know, everything like the candlesticks, support and resistance, how to draw these lines, all of that real quick for cheap, then $35. And you could come in and learn quick, and where you need to go is free courses. And you will understand all of this. Where is it? Right there. Free courses. If you go to free courses, you will understand this chart. You will understand this. And if you try to go on YouTube, they're not going to teach you like me. Let me tell you why. Because could a YouTuber tell you how to get that reject right there? Why? Because he's not profitable. He's just somebody trying to be something, right? But me, I actually do this, and I actually call plays. They don't have a track record of doing that. They can't go back and say, hey, here's where I called something. Here's where I called something. Here's why. So if you actually want to learn from somebody who actually does this for a living, can actually show proof, can actually show profitability, then you know where you at. But if you want to learn, because think about it, the blind leading the blind, if you're learning from a blind person, then you're going to be blind. That's why so many people probably will not want to learn to invest, because too many people who don't know how to invest are teaching it. So tap in. Somebody said I didn't. It's legit. But yeah, y'all, let's get to it. Let's answer some questions. My Falcons lost, by the way. I was at the game. I can't even post pictures. We just wasted $100 million on a quarterback named Kirk Cousins, and he is trash. How you knew it was going to reject again? Because if you really want to learn everything, go to the mentorship. And if you want to learn the basics and how to start trading real quick, it's $35. The mentorship is where I teach all of my trading secrets. And as far as the basic need to know, I teach that in my chat. I already showed you. Somebody said, how do I get in a day trade if it is called in between the strike price? I'm not sure what that means. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really not sure what that means. Where is the market going? Keep putting. Not sure what that means either. What times are the mentorships? I work from 6 to 6. They are 8 p.m. to they start at 8 p.m. and end at 10. All right, let's see what else. The mentorship starts at the end of September. If I want to join your group and day trade, would I be following you or someone else? I specialize in day trading. Really, I do it too now. So it just all depends, bro. But I have other day traders too who are actually even better than me, to be honest, at day trading. But yes, I call some day trades from time to time. But mostly it's 3 other millionaires who trade. It's Brett, Mike, and Rav. And they trade at a very high win rate. A very high win rate. But also, it's important to learn the skill. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to day trading, now this is no cap. And I don't care who wants to debate this. When it comes to day trading, even swings, I'm going to be honest with you. Honey Drip is the best. We have the best swing trading and day trading chat. The only thing anybody could do better than us is probably stand next to celebrities, if I'm being honest with you. As far as a group or anything like that, there's nothing anybody can do better than us. Not leaps, not day trading, not swing trading. But as far as like, hey, here's my celebrity friend, yes, people can't outdo us in that. That's about it. But when it comes to actual trading and actual swings, day trade, leaps, all of that, skunking. All right, and that's not even that's no cap. All right, let's see what else. Yes, we give out plays every day. Nobody gives better plays than us. Nobody. And that's facts. And I challenge somebody to debate it for real. If I'm capped, somebody please tell me who gives better swings, day trades, and leaps than Honey Drip Network. And if you call out somebody, they copied my shit. They just put in more money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference between a leap and a swing. A leap is a long dated option play, and uh, a swing is like kind of medium long. So we might go a month to 3 months out. That would be a swing, and then a leap would be like a year out. How do you predict your expiration dates on your leaps? So for one, it starts with knowing the company that you're trying to put a leap on. A leap is not as simple as just, oh, spin around, let me put my money on this company. A leap is more so fundamental than it is technical. A leap is not technical, it's mainly fundamental. So when you playing leaps, you're playing almost like shares but with options. You're going 1 to 2 years out based on the premises that this company will continue to innovate itself, or if this company has been over exaggerated on a dip. So that's how you play leaps. Leaps aren't just, you can't play leaps in the middle. I personally wouldn't recommend playing leaps in the middle. What you're looking for is a profitable company that is very low, and you can put your money in and return a profit in the next 1 or 2 years. That's what leaps are all about. If you try to be like, okay, Nvidia is already up, like, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you when not to play leaps. And even Warren Buffett says this. Let me show you something real quick. So here's when you don't play leaps. When they're at highs, anywhere near highs, you don't play leaps in the middle. You can play leaps if it's like a significant dip from highs. You get what I'm saying? But you don't just play leaps like, for instance, Nvidia. And if you do, it better be money you gambling with. Like, for instance, you wouldn't get in Nvidia leaps here. You're supposed to get in Nvidia leaps down here. See what I'm saying? Everybody wants to wait. If you see a company already shot up like a rocket, and if anybody is recommending leaps at highs instead of dips, then that should tell you everything they know and who they're copying. So you should not be playing leaps up here. I mean, even AMD, even in the middle is kind of dangerous. You always want to kind of play a significant drop from the most recent high. So this is the most recent high. Could this be a good leap for AMD? Maybe. That's not that bad. But I personally only would play a leap down, like here. This is where I got in Google leaps. If you're not catching like a great dip, or even if this comes down to the 200 MA, something very exaggerated, a leap has to be a very exaggerated dip. So write that down. Exaggerated. Not high, not medium high, exaggerated. Those are the best times to go year out, 2 year out. We're the best. Here we go with the lies. Let's see what else we got. Somebody said, I'm in Honey Drip to Score. Mike, Brett, and Rab are elite day traders. They post all their plays, whether win or rare losses. Exactly. Let's see. Any other questions? What's happening? How does the trial work? The trial works by I'm gonna show you how the trial works. Everybody who asking how does the trial work. So the trial works like this. Basically, you comment the word trial or you click the link in the description on YouTube, and you will be directed. You will see all of these channels. We have classes on Friday. Every Friday, you're able to ask questions. You go here to the read first, and then you go to free courses. You come learn first. Then you have signals here. We have the small account channel, day trade channel. You can come look at our stats. All right. You come look at our stats. This is from Brett. This is his stat sheet. I need him to give me my stat sheet because I've been killing it on swings. This is Unraveler. This is his stat sheet for day trades. See that? This is Mike. This is his stat sheet. And remember, you guys, it's not about winning all of them. It's about winning more than you lose. Nobody else in any chat, in any YouTube, or anything y'all commenting in that shit is all lies. Those guys cannot show a stat sheet like I just showed you. That's another thing, too. No, show me somebody who could show something like this. If not, it's all marketing cap. Can't show a stat sheet. And if you can, you're copying our shit. All right? These are facts. These are facts. All right? These are receipts. These are facts. This is on day trading. All right? This is on day trading. This is my top 3 day traders in the chat. And then I day trade too. You know what I'm saying? I used to be the one who was on live every day trading. So even I can day trade, but I'm just a swing trader. All right? You heard that somebody saying if they can, they're copying our shit. I don't even know half the people they talking about, but the people they talking about know me. So that should tell you something. Yes, and for $35, you could try it for 1 week. You could come learn, you could try it for 1 week. That's how it works. And Midas as well. I actually got to go see Midas. Let's say Midas is the shit. Hell yeah, Midas is dope. Midas. Midas is in Atlanta. I got to go meet with him. Somebody said, why does it sound like y'all competing? Hey, I'm just saying my shit is the best. It's the truth. What I supposed to say? It's not. It's the fucking best. That nobody can prove with stats that they're better, so I have to tell the truth. Somebody said, your favorite trader is in the Discord. Yeah, he is. Unraveler. I like all my guys. When do you jump in swings? When I see a high probability setup. Somebody asked, when do I jump in swings? When I see a high probability setup. No one got a better win rate. Nah, they don't. When does the mentorship start? The end of this month. Do you see setups more at market open or market close? I see setups more at market close. I see setups more at market close, not at market open. Somebody asked me, do I use separate accounts? Yes, you have to use separate accounts for day trading and swinging. Let me tell y'all why. The reason why you got to use separate accounts for day trading and swinging is because, think about it, there are 2 different psychologies. So let's just say, here's a prime example of why you never want to mix your day trading and swinging accounts. Because if you got a swing account, right, and you're down, but you're using that account to day trade, then psychologically you're going to revenge trade. You're going to try to hurry up and create some crazy day trades to try to make up for your losses on swings. That's why it's important to separate. And then with day trading, you got to let that one account with day trading add up. It's because you got to think, once you're done trading, you should be done with that account for that day. But let's just say you still got swings left in that account. Now you're nervous and everything. You never want to swing and day trade in the same account. That's why I personally like to have different brokers. One broker for day trading, one broker for swinging. So I might use a Robinhood or a what's that called, Webull for swings, but I might use a Thinkorswim or a Tastyworks. Anything that has an active trader, I will use for day trading. Some people use Lightspeed. I use Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is my top day trading platform. Actually, my top. You can use Thinkorswim for all three. Swinging, day. It's the best one. It's powered by Charles Schwab now. They bought TD Ameritrade. With the 35, will you get plays from your investors to see? Yes. With the $35, yes, you will get those plays. And you can attend live. Here's another thing that I didn't say. I'm going to be honest with you. The $35 comes with a lot. It comes with a lot, all right? Not only will you see that, but you also get to see these live. We also live trade. You can listen to us live. So you can hear us. And then with me, I do small account, high risk, and I also do long-term trade, leaps. You know what I'm saying? Like I do these plays to where you making money. Like for instance, our most recent big plays. Here's another thing that I do. You know, I also carry for the large accounts. Like I show people 16K gains, 7K gains, things like that. But I also tell you when I'm getting in. And I also show 170K in a week type thing. You get what I'm saying? Off these stocks that we bought. You know, we showing nice gains from different stocks. And all of these, my chat had opportunities to get in and people made money. Everybody made money from Zoom. Everybody made money from this. And I tell them when I'm getting in these particular stocks. Like Zoom, I made, you know, everything that I put in, I made back. I put in 15K. You know, hindsight 2020, what I would have put in more for Starbucks, maybe not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy with what I did, and I held. Whenever you can make 100%. But like I said, I like to use multiple brokers: Robinhood, Thinkorswim. All right. What does the mentorship consist of? The mentorship consists of this, bro. So the mentorship consists of, basically, it's an 8-day process. And this is how I'm guaranteeing people to learn. How it works is you get 4 weeks of live training, 2 classes per week, 1 week of Q&A. So think about it. If I give you 2 classes per week, that's 8 classes, correct? So it's 4 weeks of learning, 1 week of Q&A, and then 30 days of live trading. And then that makes you a profitable trader. So how does this make you a profitable trader? Because I'm giving you all of the answers for 4 weeks straight. Then the last week, you need to ask me whatever. Well, all 3 of us will go live, and we literally sit there for an hour and say questions, any questions. And they'll be like, well, can you explain this from day 3? I took notes from this. You can ask whatever you want on that last week of all 8 days. So that's how we do it. We put you in a group of people. We teach you. And then you get all of this, and you really get 11 Q&A sessions. If you comment the word mentor, or if you DM me the word mentor. If you comment the word mentor on Instagram or on YouTube, I'll pin the link in the comments. Or you could just simply you can Google Honey Drip Network, and then you could Google that, and you could go straight to my site, and it'll be the first thing you see. honeydripnetwork.com, mentorship, live mentorship program. All right. Now it is $1,200, but at the end of the day, look what I can show you how to do. That is nothing. For a lifetime of information that I'm giving you, I should be charging 10K because I know you're going to make over 10,000. Most people mentor you and they charge you what they believe you'll make from them. And sometimes they don't even care. I'm charging way below what I know I can make you over a lifetime. 1,200, you really think based on the information I know, I do this, I do that in my sleep. You get what I'm saying? So you got to think about, not only do I know how to do this, but I know how to day trade too. So I don't just know how to leap trade. This is something that I can do that not everybody can't do. So y'all can say and call all these weird ass names, but can they do this? Can they call day trades in the day with day trading? Can they do it on a consistent basis like we can? See what I'm saying? I call day trades, leap, swing, small account challenge, anything. I can do it. I built a small account from 2K to 10K 3 times in a year and a half. My guys can show stats. I can show stats month to month. I have never had a month where I lost more than I won yet this year. I have not had a losing month this year as far as losing more than I. So hey, tap in if you really want to learn and you really want to get this info and you really take trading serious. These are for the people who really want to be profitable for the rest of their life. Now, if you just want to come in and take my plays and just that's it, then that's on you. We offer that for the people who already know what they're talking about. If you already know how to trade, you already know how to place a trade, and you just want some extra, you just want to come into a group and kind of use our trades as confluence, that's fine with us too. We offer that as well. But if you're the type of person who like, hey, just give me all the answers and I'll pay for it, we have that as well. So it all depends on how you want to do it. Do you want to copy our trades and you don't want to learn, you just want to copy the trades? You do that. Some people do that. And for the people who want to, who really serious about this shit, y'all know where to find us. So this dude said, Aristotle, I'm 16 years old and I'm interested in stocks and real estate. What's the best way I can ensure success? I mean, if I'm being honest, the mentorship. But if you are a type of person who learn on your own, you could just use our chat as confluence, see what we're doing, see how we live trade, things like that. Or you can read books. I read Day Trader for Dummies, but that's going to take you 3 years, in my opinion. Like, you don't have to go through me. You can go through the same process I went through. The process I went through was I read the For Dummies series. Then I read the Candlestick Bible. The For Dummies series, I read Swing Trading for Dummies, Day Trading for Dummies, Technical Analysis for Dummies, and Fundamental Analysis for Dummies. I read 700-page books back to back to back. All right, that's what I did back in 2017. That is how I learned. There wasn't no courses or mentorships or gurus back in the day. That's why I had to write a book myself and teach people. There probably was, but I just didn't know who they were. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's the process you can take. You could do exactly what I did. If you don't want to pay me $35, you could go read the same 700-page books I read, and you could read Candlestick Bible. And what else did I read? It was another technical analysis. Read any book, technical analysis. Now, if you just want me to save you time, if you're the type who wants to save time and willing to pay for that, that's what I do. I save people time. But I can tell you exactly what I did. And here's another thing. I can show you this. I even placed the books I read in my chat. So if you don't want to pay me, I even have the books that I read in my chat. If you go to the library right here, I have them. Where is it? Technical Analysis for Dummies. He reposted them, but yes, Day Trading for Dummies, Swing Trading for Dummies. So look, I'm the type of person who, I give you the exact books I read. These are the books. Didn't I just say these are the books I read? So even for 35, you're going to spend this same money anyways on these books. I give them to you for free, the ones I read. You get what I'm saying? And I even have a How to Grow Your Social Media book. So even in my library, I give you the books that I personally read. And I also have a book. If you comment the word book, that's the book I wrote to kind of shorten up the time, because I'm going to tell you something about reading books. The thing I learned about books was everything there is to know about the stock market. You see what I'm saying? So the books are just going to tell you everything, but is it going to help you put it all together? I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Like, this is the truth nobody wants to hear. The books aren't going to teach you how to trade. The books are going to tell you, here's the indicator, here's how it's used, that is it. That's something that I did not learn from the book. I didn't learn how to trade from the book. I learned how to trade from trial and error and being around other great traders. That is how you learn how to trade. It's almost like an internship working at Wall Street. That's kind of how I learned. So that's another thing I forgot to tell you. Without a group, it's going to be hard to learn by yourself, in my personal opinion. And and any profitable trader will tell you it is nearly impossible to learn this, like, without being around other good traders. Think about it. How will you learn how to be a great golfer with no great golf coach? How can you learn how to be Michael Jordan without some type of system, some type of college, high school, this person who teaching you? Everybody has to be around a function that is teaching them success. So honestly, without Honey Drip, I personally wouldn't have been this good. I've learned mostly from my admins. Like, if I'm being honest with you, Mike, Rav, those two guys would be the guys who I learned the most from. But think about it. He learned a lot of swinging stuff from me. We called each other. We learned stuff from each other. Like, doing a mentorship with them also helped me learn. Just being honest. Most people ain't going to admit where they learned and all this. I'm telling you where I learned. It's from the guys I work with. I learned everything I know from working with the guys I work with. Now, granted, of course, I came in with stuff I already knew, but we put all our shit together and we kind of taught each other. You know, hey, bro, what you know? We shared our knowledge with each other. Okay, you better at day trading. Oh, yeah, bro, I got this swing trade system over here. Let me show you what I got going on. Okay, that's how you learn that? Hey, bro, how do you size in? Oh, like, we've been doing this shit since back in, 5 years ago. So I'm telling y'all, I'm not just giving y'all the game. You can go try this by yourself. It's going to take you 3 years. It took me 3, and let me tell you why it takes you 3 years. Everybody who wants to know why, if you think I'm just saying it just because I want you to buy in, watch this. I already showed you why it's going to take you 3 years. Everybody like, why you keep saying Aristotle? It's going to take me 3 years to learn this on my own. I want to explain why. Didn't I just show you the math? Think about it. Let's just say you go try without me right now. All right, look at this. Every time the market drops, right, it drops here. It takes 2 years before the next drop, right? And then it takes another 2 years, right? This is another 2 years, drops again. Another 2 years, right? It goes up. So think about it. If you start now, you haven't experienced a drop before. You have not experienced this. You have not experienced this. You have not experienced this. So when this comes, right, when the next drop comes, guess who's going to be shit out of luck? You. Because you decided, oh, I can learn this on my own. I don't need a mentor. I don't need this, that, this, and the third. You're going to lose money. You don't know what you're doing. I'm telling you that right now. You have not experienced this. You have not experienced this. You have not experienced this. But guess who has? Me. I've experienced this. All these drops you see, I've experienced them all. I started here in 2016. I've experienced all of this, and have been tracking it with my own data. I got literally years of logs of data of what's going to happen, how it's supposed to happen, this and that, right? So that I can just tell what's going to happen. But right now, that's our pattern. We have 2 year run up, 1 year drop. Well, not even 1 year drop, like maybe like 2-3 months drop, no more than that. 1 year, another 2 year run up, 2-3 months of a drop. This one was a long ass drop right here. And then here we go again. So we're going to see if this happens or we get one more leg up. But I do feel like the next drop is going to be significant. I do feel like that. Now, whether this is this one, I'm not going to, bet on it, bank on it. You get what I'm saying? But I can't say if this is the one. But it looks double topish so far. But yes, learning this on your own, you're going to, because the market runs every 2 years, you'll probably think you're a genius until the next drop. You're going to need somebody who's helping you maneuver through it. And to be honest, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm learning real estate right now through mentorship. I learned that I can go try to, you think about it. Let's just say, for instance, I go try to YouTube real estate right now, right? I try to go, I'm so stubborn. I'm going to buy these. I don't want to pay nobody. I think I'm just fucking Einstein. It's going to take me probably 5 years. I'm definitely going to fuck up on my first purchase. I know that. I even said that. Like, I know a real estate guy. I said, bro, if I tried this without you, I'm for sure going to, what you're going to realize is you're going to fuck up. And the only way to minimize the fuck ups is to ask somebody who's been through where you're trying to go how to avoid as many fuck ups as I can. You're still going to fuck up, but I promise you it does minimize when you ask somebody with experience. No matter what you're doing, whether it's stocks, crypto, real estate, e-com, whatever, running a restaurant business, I don't care what I do, I'm going to seek some type of mentorship. I'm going to find somebody who was successful in that particular field and ask questions. I don't care what it is. And that's the honest truth. So you got to ask yourself, and that's me personally, I'm going to always pay for mentorship, or I'm going to outsource whatever I'm trying to do. Like, for instance, I suck at events. I'm not a great event planner, right? I'm not the one who can decorate my shit. So guess what I got to do? Go and outsource my events. I have an event planner. I suck at paying my own bills. So guess what I do? I outsource it to my wife. I don't pay her, of course we're married, but I suck at, keeping up with all these goddamn bills. I suck at, hell, I ain't gonna lie, I suck at cooking. It's not like I suck, but I would much rather outsource that to a woman. And just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I outsource everything I can because it makes my life easier. It saves me time. I say all that to say, somebody said, sometimes you have to pay for information no different from paying for college courses. That's what I don't get either. We do a lot of guru bashing and course bashing, but if someone is great at what they do, why wouldn't you pay for it? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm personally not too, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have to like you to pay for your shit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I will pay for somebody I don't like shit. Like, for instance, I don't really know nobody who I recently didn't like because I haven't paid for shit in a minute. So I ain't gonna lie, never mind. I do have to like you. I personally will, because I'm rich already. But when I was broke, I didn't have pride. I would buy your shit even though I didn't like you. Just because you had the information. And that's another thing. You're going to have to put your pride to the side as well in the business world, in the entrepreneur world, in the trading world. If somebody has the answers to the test, don't matter who the fuck they are, what they talking about, you better listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all I care about is that goddamn green. I will literally learn from anybody. I don't care if this motherfucker has purple hair and riding on a unicorn. Give a fuck what he does. With pixie dust, he could throw glitter in the fucking air. If this guy knows how to trade, I'ma listen. It's this type of person I am. That's 100. I never would have gotten to my position in business without a mentor. It's a long lost secret to all success in the game. It is, bro. Just being honest, bro. Because bro, this is what it is. Everybody wants everybody is trying to tear down everybody because they couldn't make it. Correct? So I personally wouldn't be here. And it's not, and then I'm gonna be honest with you, mentorship don't have to come through direct. Sometimes it could be indirect. Like it's a lot of people in our chat who never paid for a mentorship, but live trade with us every single day and learn from us. You're not going to learn trading without a mentorship. I'm telling y'all that. How many times do you do the mentorship? About 4 times a year. Did you miss the picks? Yes, Google is the pick, my brother. Aiden from Facebook. How much for the mentorship? It's $1,200. Yes, it is. It's cheap. Are the RSI and MACD necessary? To me, they are. The RSI is for sure necessary. I don't care what level of trading you ever reach. I don't care what you do in trading. The RSI is probably the most necessary indicator, period, because it's giving you oversold levels. If you're a dip buyer, which is the essence of being in the stock market, the relative strength index indicator is essential to any trader. And don't let anybody tell you anything differently. The RSI is the most strongest indicator to ever exist. I won't say strongest, the most needed indicator to ever exist, in my opinion. The MACD as well. The MACD is mainly for divergences, but I don't really use the MACD as like a common, I don't use it for buy signals. I use the RSI though every single day. What's MA versus EMA? Moving average is regular moving average. So it takes let's just say you're talking about the 8-day moving average, correct? So it adds up the closing prices of the last 8 days and divided by 8, which gives you your average, correct? 21 moving average, it adds up the last closing prices of the last 21 days and divided by 21. Just like in school when you got your averages, you would add up everything, then divide it by however much you've added up. So that's pretty much what that is. Now EMA is exponential moving average, and that holds a little bit more weight and moves faster than the MAs. So you will get your signals faster using the EMAs, but I use a combination of both. I use the 250 and 100 moving day average, but everything else I use EMAs. You get what I'm saying? So I like to, but are EMAs going to help you be a profitable trader? I mean, yes, if you know how to use them correctly, but most people do not know how to use them correctly. And most people are using the wrong MAs. If you're using a 5 moving average, you are wrong. If you're using a fucking 25-day moving average, people be using all types of bullshit. You are wrong. I'm telling you why you are wrong, because there are certain MAs that are just not debatable. One thing I hate is when people hop into trading and try to reinvent the fucking wheel. You are not Einstein, and then they'll be like, oh, I got this new trading algorithm. No, the fuck you don't. You don't have some buy signal, sell signal shit. Trading does not work like that. Don't believe any of that whole, I can get you these automatic, this indicator, this secret. No, none of that shit works. You know what works? Strategies. None of that shit works. None of that new bullshit all these people trying to come up with, that shit don't work. Old school principles still work to this day. I'm telling y'all the truth. It doesn't get any more real than this. The only way you're going to win in the stock market is old school principles. Anybody with that new school shit is losing. Tell them to show you an account. Tell somebody who has a fucking secret indicator, show me your account. Crickets. Anybody talking some new shit, some blah, 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 this and that. Nothing's new in this trading shit. I'm using the same strategies that have been, these don't change. I'm still using the same strategy from 7 years ago. The only shit that's new is the amount of discipline that you have. That's the only thing that's going to be new. is you're going to grow more disciplined and more patient over time. But the strategy is not new. I've been using the same strategies for 7 years. The how you manage your risk and how you that's the new shit. And maybe it might be new movement to the market, but that's the only thing you have to adjust to. Like for instance, this is a different market than 2018. Like that's new. Like in 2018, we were reacting off trade wars instead of CPI. You get what I'm saying? We were reacting off Trump tweets instead of CPI. Now we're reacting off inflation. So every year they give us some new shit to be afraid of. I'm just giving you the game. This is the honest game. This would go viral if it got clipped up. Every year they're going to give us some new shit to be afraid of. It's called fear mongering. You can look up the word. All right. Every year. That's so once you learn that America is an emotions driven economy. I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to type in the word fear mongering. America plays off the emotions of its citizens. All right. So what does fear mongering means? This is what they do to us. Okay. They do this to us. The action of deliberately arousing the public fear or alarm about a particular issue. That is what they do. Okay. The sooner you learn that, it's about, and then you got to think, folks, I understand this shit on another level. Once you understand that their job is to fearmonger you, their job is to scare you from buying the dip. Their job is to not get you rich. The only person, the last president that gave us clues within the stock market was Trump. That's one thing I loved about Trump. And people like asking me why I love him because I'm a fucking trader, dude. I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. This dude used to give us clues in the market. Like he'll be like, fuck China. And we'll be like, oh shit, let's go research some Chinese stocks, puts. Boom, we just made some money off a Trump tweet. I have literally made money off what this man says. Everything else I don't give a damn about. I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. I really don't. I care about making money. That motherfucker brought money to our pockets. Off tweeting and off PPP loans, all that shit. That shit was fun during that time. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That shit was fun. We was making money in the market. He would literally damn near tell us like, yeah, I got the market is strong right now and blah, blah, blah. Basically telling us to hold. He'll just give us clues. Like, I just remember that shit. He was a cheat code. I miss that shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I miss that shit with a passion. That was fun. If we can experience that one more time, if we could trade under Trump one more time, that would make my lifetime. I ain't gonna lie. It's like you don't know what you have until it's gone. That was fun. But that's all I care about. I care about money. Yes, you can say I'm selfish. That's because I practice the rights of America. I'm a black man. Second Amendment. If something happens, all I can do is exercise my Second Amendment right. The right to bear arms. The hell you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm supposed to be scared of police brutality for? On either side, people getting shot in the face. School shootings are still happening. It happened literally an hour away from where I live. That Georgia school shooting still happened. Democrats are running. The woman who got shot in the face, it still happened under a Democratic party. Whether it's Republican or Democratic, there's nothing that's going to stop you from getting shot in America if someone wants to shoot you. You just got to stay prayed up every day. But who you vote for as president is not going to stop, is not going to happen. Now, how you can stop these things from happening is actually voting locally, but not presidents. What the hell are presidents going to do? Locally, maybe, yes. You could host a town hall meeting and be like, okay, we want to vote to have at our schools, we want armed guards. A president is not going to pass that goddamn law. But locally, you could probably make some shape. So you got to learn certain shit like that too. Y'all be thinking half the problems that y'all won't solve has to be solved civilly and locally. To keep it 1,000 with you, you better off going to convince your local town mayor than voting for one of them to make some change. I'm being honest with you. You better off if you want some change in the schools. You better off going to the school system itself and bring. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's something we're not taught. We're not taught that the real elections are in our town homes, in our town halls, our mayors in our cities. That's how you go get some real change in the schools. That's how you go get armed guards in the schools. Is telling them that, and putting money towards that shit, raising money for that. Somebody said I'm getting off topic. Nah, I'm talking that real shit. It's something y'all need to hear. Council members. All right, let's see what else questions we got. I wish people would learn how the system works. Please put civics back in school. I mean, bro, ignorance is you got to think, bro, like if a person eats McDonald's, they're ignorant technically, or just don't care. They're literally serving embalming fluid every day to people, and people eat it willingly. So you got to think, bro, a chicken nugget, you sit that out for a year straight, it won't rot, and people still eat it. So you're telling the same people who eat McDonald's every day to go learn something? We're already fucking idiots. You get what I'm saying? Like we eat M&M's, Skittles, McDonald's. If you really research what's in Skittles, if you really research what's in McDonald's chicken nuggets, if you really know what's in these products, you're eating embalming fluid. If you really understand, if you want to take it even further, the only reason you're eating packaged food is because of the U.S. Army, because of wars. All of us are fucking soldiers and astronauts. If you eat frozen, all this shit, all this other thing, it came from the premises of them trying to save food for the soldiers. The MREs and all that shit, the canned foods, all of this shit was invented during the Great Depression and the World War times, so that companies, so that food could last longer and it could be cheaper. Processed food was the solution for a longer lasting food and cheaper food for the youth. So it killed two birds with one stone. So I say all that to say, me personally, I don't eat processed food. I don't like to eat frozen foods. I don't eat any fast food, things like that, because it keeps your mind sharp. If you notice, if you realize you are very forgetful, look at your diet. You drink Kool-Aid, you eat noodles every day, you eat frozen pizzas, and then you'll what? You'll become a diabetic. You eat Debbie cakes, Little Debbie, you become a diabetic, they give you insulin. You get what I'm saying? Like this system in America is all a system. It all works together. By you eating that bullshit, and these companies get rich, of course, by serving you bullshit and making you believe that this bullshit is good. So they make great commercials, intriguing, eye-popping color commercials. Get your Skittles, get your noodles, get your fucking frozen pizzas, get your Hot Pockets, get all this processed embalming fluid food, get all this shit, and then boom, now you can't remember shit because you're eating like shit. You go to school, you're going to fail that test. You probably ain't going to remember what the fuck you studied because your brain is functioning off fucking embalming fluid. The same shit they put in dead people, right? And then Kool-Aid. Let's give you a bunch of fucking sugar, right? And these packets. And we want your kids to function off this shit. So I say all this to say, if you learn the American system, the stock market, the everything falls into one. And I always tell people this too. You are a part of the stock market. All of you are. All of you are participating in the stock market. America, that's why I like the U.S. stock market and why the U.S. stock market will always go up, because you guys cannot run from the stock market. Verizon Wireless, we all need a cell phone bill. Google, we all need a search engine. We all need to search something. YouTube, they pay for content creators. you are participating in that. Apple, you are definitely participating in Apple. If you have an iPhone, you are most definitely participating in the growth of the Apple company. Whether you like it or not, indirectly you are participating in it. Meta, you are participating in the growth of why Meta keeps going up. You have definitely bought something from an ad before. Amazon, you are participating when you buy that package. When you get something mailed, you're either participating with Amazon, UPS, FedEx, somebody. You as an American can't help but to participate in the stock market. The only way you as an American cannot participate in the stock market is to go full blown Amish. And even then, where that's the only way. You got to make your own clothes, form your own fucking animals, and have no fucking internet or cell phone service. That's the only way you as an American can avoid not participating in the stock market. So there's a reason why this shit will always go up, because we exist. The only way the stock market can die is if all Americans die. So if all of you like the world is going to end, the stocks are going to go to zero, then that means fucking companies don't exist no more. That's the only way that's going to happen. If Apple, Google, all of this shit shut down, which won't happen, it's the only way. So you gotta know common sense of like, damn, can this shit be avoided? No. There's no avoiding YouTube. There's no avoiding Google. There's no avoiding Instagram and the Meta platform. Half of the world's population uses Meta. Whether you're using WhatsApp, Facebook, or Instagram, for every 2 people you see, 1 of them are using the Meta platform. So what does that tell you? That stock is unavoidable. Now that might be one stock you can buy on a dip forever. And I'm not bullshitting with you. And the only reason why I say that is because you got to learn what is called data. Even Google is another one that you can buy on the dip forever. And the reason why is because they house a lot of data. And data is one of the most strongest things you could buy on this planet. A company that will never go broke because of data. If you notice, Google and Facebook work together. Have you noticed you Googled something and then it showed up on your Meta ad? Huh, y'all? Think about it. These are 2 different companies. So another thing you got to learn is a lot of things are in cahoots in America. The government and Meta are in cahoots. Even he said it. He got silenced by not letting people talk about COVID-19, correct? Have you ever noticed you'll Google something and then it'll be on Meta's platform? How the fuck is that possible? You'll be talking about something and then it'll be on Meta's platform. So that means Apple, Google, and Meta are all in cahoots. Correct? Doesn't that mean that, right? Everybody is in cahoots in this whole government American system. That's another thing you need to realize. No, that's why they say they collab at the top. They don't fucking hate on each other. Only at the bottom we tear each other down. You get what I'm saying? But at the top, people collab, and that's true. They're collabing at the top. Meta, Google, and Apple are all in fucking cahoots. But we pretend like they're in some type of competition. And they're not. After you make 100 B's, how can we be in competition and you make 100 billion and I make 100 billion? At this point, we're just dick sizing. Yeah, it's all connected. Everything that we do, everything that you see is all connected. Yes, your phone is a wiretap. Your phone is definitely a wiretap. I've had who has had conversations with somebody and then it pops up on their feed. Like I've literally just been talking. I'll even talk about an artist and then next thing you know, it'll be on my fucking Google. Like my YouTube. I'd be like, damn, Charleston White funny as hell. Next thing you know, Google goddamn showing me YouTubes of Charleston White. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't Google this shit. Target and Walmart also has data. Data is very important. I forgot to talk about that. Let me tell you why data is important. Because data, let's just say Google has 1 billion emails, certified emails, and another billion phone numbers. They could sell that to a up and coming company. So now you want to know how these companies. Here's another thing that y'all be missing. Y'all be missing certain shit. So put this out. Check my drift. I just started this new company. Next thing you know, this shit blows up. Let's look at Peacock, for example. Peacock is a prime example. How the hell do they just now start, got an NFL contract, and got all these new users? Data. That means some company has sold them billions of emails, billions of text messages, right? And then on top of that, the investors are already connected. Think about it. Peacock is a prime example. How the hell does this company become that big that fast? Data. I got your numbers and emails that I bought from Google, that I bought from Facebook, that I bought from somewhere. So, and you get what I'm saying? And I got investors in billions of dollars. Right? So everybody needs to understand that when we, you know, data is important. That's why I tell people Meta will never go broke. I always got to look at too, how much data does a company have and how can they leverage that data and who's their competitors. And then you guys always talk about there's no I ain't gonna lie, they do compete at the top, but in their own industry. Like for instance, for social media, there is no other platform competing with Meta. Meta is monopolizing social media. TikTok is not even an IPO yet, and America has been trying to own that company. They've been trying to own TikTok, right? That is the only competitor to Meta. But even then, they're not even any competition, because Meta owns Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. So they gonna be forced to work together. Snapchat, terrible, right? Do they compete? And then on top of that, competition also breeds innovation. And it's illegal to have a technical monopoly in the US. That is why if you look up this company called Bell, it was like Pacific Bell, it was Southern Bell, it was this and that. They had to break up them and make Bell South, Bell this, Bell that, because it was a monopoly at one point. And the reason I know this too is because my mom and my grandfather retired from this company called Bell South, which is now AT&T, right? So you got to learn that too. There's people can't have a monopoly, so they're always going to have to be a number two. That's why you have Uber and then there's Lyft. Uber can't technically monopolize an industry, right? That's just how it goes too in America. You're going to notice that there has to be at least one of something else. Like iPhones is not technically a monopoly, even though it feels like it. People still have Androids. In fact, I be hearing statistics where Galaxy and Androids be selling damn near the same amounts. Somebody said Amazon is a monopoly. No, it's not. You have FedEx, you have UPS, you have U.S. Postal Service, you have D something, DLT, something like that, DTL. DoorDash is not a monopoly. You have Grubhub. Roku isn't a monopoly. DHL, yeah, DHL, something like that, yeah. eBay is not a monopoly. You have Shopify. You have everything. What about Airbnb? Airbnb has competition. They're just not on the stock market. The only company that I would say is probably the truest monopoly would be Meta. Monopoly to me is even owning 90% of the market shares are monopolies to me. I would say Apple and maybe even Google. Long form content, YouTube is a monopoly in my opinion. Where else can we go and get long form content? They own probably 98% of the market shares in long form content. Where else are we getting this shit from? Tom Brady now has a YouTube. That should tell you something. Bill Belichick is now creating an Instagram. And that's another thing you guys say. Social media isn't this. Social media isn't that. Well, why the hell is Tom Brady creating one? Why the hell is Bill Belichick creating a social media? Why is Mark Zuckerberg on this shit? Social media is the only way to transfer information, and it is stronger than the news. That is why when you watch football games now on TV, they it's damn near 60% commercial, 40% the fucking game. Piss me off. I ain't even gonna lie. I gotta watch the highlights now. I can't watch no fucking game no more. The amount of commercials I saw was way overbearing. Like back in the day, it would be like 70% game, 30% commercial. Today, fucking 70% commercial, 30% game. I cannot watch no football games on TV ever again. It was the worst shit I ever seen. There's nothing against Amazon, one stop shop. I mean, but there is. You got Temu, you got Alibaba, you got you got eBay, you got Amazon is just somebody who's competing with everybody else. That's all Amazon is. Amazon is the type of motherfucker to take your idea and then go and fucking and make it, do their own thing with it. Oh, you got music? Oh, we got Amazon Music. Oh, you got UPS? Oh, we got. That's why I say Amazon is like that aggravating fucking rich motherfucker. I'm surprised Amazon don't have a social media yet. Trying to copy, and Amazon know what industries to step in and which ones not to. Anybody step in social media, they gonna get their ass whooped by Meta, or Meta's gonna buy your shit. Meta is making it to where nobody can step in, because even if you do, oh, that's a cute little app you have. Would you like to have? Would you sell that for $1 billion? So you really can't compete with Meta, especially Mark Zuckerberg. He's just gonna buy you out if you try to compete with him. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said Dell. I don't know. Yeah, Google is my only pick for the week. I don't really like anything else but Google. The rest I'll call inside of my Discord. It's better to watch NFL on Red Zone. I can't watch that shit. I'm watching highlights. I ain't watching no damn football games, especially college football games. I tried to watch Georgia yesterday. All these goddamn commercials. And that's another thing. I don't even know who the hell is watching TV. Like, who the hell pays for cable? Put a me. Like, who really, like, I don't see anybody under the age of 40 paying for cable. Now, my grandmother, she's 70, so of course she still wants cable. I think boomers are, like, carrying the cable industry right now. Boomers and maybe the 70s babies are for sure carrying the cable industry. Without a doubt. I don't know. I don't see anybody watching cable. Like, my grandma still watches, like, stories and judge shows and shit like that. Like, you know how they be doing those fake court appearances and people try to act like, yeah, she still watches that. I don't see anybody other than the boomers watching that shit. Somebody said YouTube, TV, grandparents. Boeing and Airbus are duopolies. I never heard of that term. I gotta look that up. This dude called it a duopoly. And you see how I'm still saying, even as a millionaire, oh, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and cap you down like I know everything. I've never heard of a duopoly. But if I had to use my context clues, like he's probably saying it's only two of them who are sharing the market shares. Somebody said, well, I'm 51 and I stream everything. I'm a 70s babies and I don't fuck with cable, too expensive. I was about to say, my parents are 70s babies and they don't have cable. Somebody said, yeah, my Dukes. Yeah, that's who use cable. I don't know who's keeping these motherfuckers alive. I don't see how Comcast is still making money other than internet services and this and that, or unless they own a company that you and I use every day that we have no idea. Like Timu, I've recently heard that PDD owns them, and that's another thing, folks. Go research who owns what, because you it might be connected to a common stock or a common company that you heard of. I always like to go and do research on who owns what, and don't be afraid to say you don't know. Yeah, yeah, the Young and Restless. Yeah, that's what my grandma watches, which I gotta go tap in with my grandmother. That's another thing, folks. If your grandparents, still alive, tap in with them. I was about to take my granddad to a Falcons game today, but I'm glad I didn't because it's fucking Kirk Cousins sucks, and that's another thing. Fuck you, Kirk Cousins. Fuck you. You robbed my city. You fucking suck. And I'm going to end that the live on this. Kirk Cousins, you fucking suck. And if you ever see this, fuck you. And yeah, give me $1 million because you robbed us anyways. So yeah, I want $1 million, Kirk Cousins. This motherfucker trash. You owe me. I spent motherfucking $2 grand to take my family. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, Kirk Cousins. Look what I spent to watch your bullshit. Um, the tickets were $800 a piece. I bought 5 of them. So add that up, Kirk Cousins. I don't know what the fuck that is, but what's 8 times 5? Um, I don't know, maybe, yeah, whatever, 40, right? So 4,000 on tickets and um, food that and drinks that costs another like $100. So yeah, you owe me about $4,100. You get what I'm saying, Kirk Cousins? You owe me $4,100 for that bullshit you just displayed today. So yeah, fuck you, and you should refund every fucking Falcon fan that bought a ticket in the stadium with your contract. That's what you should do. Yeah, yeah, fuck him. Y'all think that shit funny? Look at y'all laughing and shit. It's all good though. It's all good because hey, yeah, we suck. Atlanta fucking sucks, and it's all good. We can't have shit, unfortunately. I don't think I don't think the NFL fucks with Atlanta. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's my theory. I think it's because we have too many fucking black people in our city that we can never get a fucking good team. Cause why bless a bunch of niggas, right? I think the shit racist. I ain't even gonna lie. I think the reason my Falcons suck cause we ain't got enough white people in my goddamn city to bless us with. So white people keep moving to Atlanta so they can come fuck with us. Cause I think it's too much black magic in this city. They just hate us. You know what I'm saying? Like, why give these niggas a championship? So that's how I feel. I feel like we can't have shit because we black, goddamn. At this point, I think that's what it is. I'm throwing race in this shit now. Hey, man, it's all good, though, man. Hey, man. Yeah, the Hawks fucking suck, too, because black people here. I think I'm from a black ass city and we can't have shit. But you notice the Braves good because black people don't watch that shit. You get what I'm saying? We don't support baseball. I'm just being honest with you. I went to a baseball game and to this day I do not know what the fuck is going on. Like I kind of know, but I don't know. Like I'm being honest with you. Like I know it's 3 strikes you out. I know, they hit the ball, and then you got a shortstop, you got first base, second base, then you got outfielders. I understand a little bit of it, but I swear I still don't. It's like I know it, but I still don't know what's going on. But anyway, it's your boy Aristotle. Yeah, we out. They said you wild, boy. Yeah, we gotta draft Deion Sanders.